Hello again, everybody. This is Craig Evans of Autism Hangout, and thank you for tuning into this Autism Hangout special report. Most of us already know that there's a fabulous community of people that are involved with autism. Whether you're on the spectrum or love someone with autism, there are helpful people with positive news everywhere. In fact, the positive news is being piled up so fast that new mediums and outlets to distribute this encouragement are called for. And here to answer that call from down under is editor Barbara Cook. Her new noteworthy entry is a magazine that's devoted to all things related to autism. Autism Hangout, please welcome today's guest, the founder, publisher, and editor of the Australian Autism Asperger's Network magazine, Barbara Cook. Welcome, Barbara. It's nice to have you here.
Hi, Craig. Thank you very much for having me.
This is really exciting news. In fact, I'd really like to start at the beginning. Can you tell us a little bit about the Australian Autism Asperger's Network? What is that, and then how did the magazine evolve from it?
Okay, how it actually originally started was in 2009. We started out with the Sunshine Coast Autism Asperger's Network, which was created because my partner was originally diagnosed first with Asperger syndrome, and then myself. Being adults, we found it very difficult to find good, reliable information locally. So we created an online website, which is a free service to everyone, putting information together so people could find what was out there. And last year we thought we were looking at what was available in Australia, and there wasn't anything like this as well. So we then created the Australian Network, which is now a registered charity, which is also part of the magazine as well. The magazine also, they joined together to bring the information to people, not just online, but in a publication where they can read it as well.
Okay, so you were late in life diagnosed. Like most people late in life, it's like you probably found answers for some of the things you've been experiencing, but as you are now looking out to the rest of the community of people like you, how do you determine what you're going to write about?
What we're going to write about is actually we want the diversity of everyone. It's not just about being the adults, it's about the children, it's from the professionals. We want to network all this information together. As you know, children, they do grow up, become adults like myself, whether they have the information and the early intervention or not. We need to get that information collected out there together so everyone can read this whole life experience, what we're about. And with the professionals, they can help us, guide us as well with their advice, which has been fantastic.
So who are the audiences that this magazine is designed for?
It is for parents, it's for professionals, it's for adults, it's for everyone. Even one of the articles in there is by a teenager, Ryan McNally Smith. He's 14. He's helping with technology reviews and information.
So your publication now is the first issue is out. This is April of 2013.
Yes, we're actually getting quite a lot of interest globally, which is actually really good. Had a great response from the UK. A lady got sent one out there. She's shown the National Society she's with out there, and it's great feedback. The only downside is it's very expensive to send overseas, so hence why we've done the digital version as well, so you can read it on your iPads or your phones.
My hunch is your magazine is going to go just like this because you can become a focal point for all this sort of information. You've got so many autism experts over there in Australia. Can you talk a little bit about who is writing for your magazine today?
Tanya Marshall, she's a specialist in autism spectrum conditions. She also specialises primarily in women and girls, which is an area that hasn't had a lot of research, and she's coming up with some great information and advice for people. Tony Atwood, he's given us some great advice on challenging behaviours with children with severe autism. Simon Barron-Cohen's actually going to be in our next issue, so keep an eye out for that one. All the advice and information has come from grassroots. We're a very small team, actually. There's only about 5 of us. We have other people that help us out with proofreading. They're either on the spectrum or they have a child on the spectrum, so we're all connected in some way to the spectrum. We also have another part of our business is called Aspie Designs. We named it that way because we want to just primarily employ people that are on the spectrum or very closely with something on the spectrum.
Now, you've already mentioned Simon Barron-Cohen is going to be interviewed for you, I believe, next month.
Yes, actually, we've already got the article ready. It's research on theory of mind. Dr. Amanda Webster, she's also going to be a permanent writer for us in our next issue. Apart from the professionals, we're going to look at having letters where we're going to have a panel so people can send in a question and then we can address it through different people. We're going to be interviewing musicians to see how they are, because in this one we had artists, so we've got musicians, so we want to cover the arts in that sort of way. We're going to do movie reviews. We got an interview with a comedian, which is actually quite interesting. So it's going to be an enjoyable story with that one as well. We've also got an exclusive story with Michael John Carley from why he stepped down from Grouse.
I've had a chance to look at your first issue, and I have to offer you congratulations not only on a job well done editorially, but it's a beautiful publication. There's beautiful layout, great photography, your artwork. It's not only interesting to read, it's comforting to read. So congratulations, job well done. If I were to ask you what are your two primary goals for your publication for the next year, what would they be?
To get this magazine out to everybody. I would, not just people on the spectrum, but I want the general public to read this. I want them to understand and see that people on the spectrum have an incredible amount to offer. We're a diverse people. We're different, not less. Just look at what we can offer to you. And the other mission I want to do as well is get this magazine into places like libraries, organisations where people can come and freely read this magazine. Into the schools, help educate their education system going, look, how are you going to help this child get through school so they can then deal better with it later on in life.
Beautiful. Barbara, where can people go online to get more information about your magazine?
Yep, they can go to our website, which is www.aaanetwork.com.au/magazine. They can email me if you want to submit something to the magazine, which is at editor@aaanetwork.com.au.
Barbara, congratulations. Thank you for throwing your hat in the ring and helping educate us all about the positives of autism, how to thrive with autism. I commend you for a job well done. I look forward to seeing more magazines in the future, and I hope at some point in time I get to meet you in person.
That would be great. Thank you so much, Craig.
Thank you for coming in today.
Thank you.
And thank you, Autism Hangout. I'll be back again soon with another special report.